right, what's going on, everybody? Willis here. We're back with another Marvel Rivals video. So in this video, guys, I wanted to go over, I guess, the best S+ tier picks currently for the game, and I guess characters in Season 1 that you just need to be playing, especially if you're pushing competitive. Characters I'm going to show you are definitely one of the strongest in the game right now. And yeah, in this video, guys, I'm going to be giving away the Season 1 Battle Pass, the Darkhold Battle Pass. All you have to do to enter is like the video, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe. The Battle Pass currently has a ton of amazing skins, probably the biggest Battle Pass we've had yet, so don't miss this opportunity. All right, so it is still pretty early days, obviously, in the season, which is why I didn't really want to make like a tier list, because honestly, if you're making a tier list at this point, you're kind of just trolling and you have basically no idea what the hell you're talking about. So I wanted to give you guys sort of like a best picks and the strongest characters, because obviously I've been playing a ton of competitive since the release of Season 1, and obviously I've seen a lot of stuff. Obviously I've done a lot of research as well, just looking at the strongest characters, and yeah. So real quick, guys, obviously before we jump into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know my rank, if that matters at all, because I feel like obviously a lot of people who watch this video are curious about the people giving advice and like what rank they are. So the highest rank I received in Season 1 was Grandmaster 1, playing as Vanguard. So just for some context as well, my main heroes played were Doctor Strange and Magneto, and obviously my main role was Vanguard. Let's jump into it. So obviously we're going to start off with Vanguards, and probably number one on the list for Vanguards is still Doctor Strange. Even with the nerf to his Gamma team up with the Hulk, yeah, Doctor Strange is still by far one of the best Vanguards in the game to play and to learn if you want to play Vanguard. One, he has a shield that has 800 health, along with his normal health of 650. If you can pair this together, he basically has 1,450 HP if you can time your shield good, and that is absolutely just nuts. Now, what they actually did to his E was basically the further away you'll actually have just damage drop off. So obviously the further away you are, you won't take full damage from his E. It used to be before any area would take full damage from his E. So you can see, yeah, normally before I would have killed that guy, but because I was pretty far away, I didn't actually kill them. What also makes Doctor Strange incredibly good and just amazing is obviously his utility. And one of the biggest pieces of utility in this kit is his portal. This thing is nuts. Whether you're using it to get to the point super quickly so you can get control early on, or using it to block off a lot of doorways, can actually be a game changer. Anyway, we've got a lot of characters to cover, so obviously I want to go over as many as possible. So let's move on to the next Vanguard. Next Vanguard on the list is obviously the Hulk. And what makes the Hulk great is obviously his team up. The Doctor Strange Hulk combo is still one of the strongest in the game. And Hulk being able to pressure the backline, just having this massive health pool of 800 when he's in Hulk mode, just destroying the backline. Then you have obviously his left shift, which is his indestructible guard. If you can time a lot of this stuff together, you can pretty much become unkillable. As well, what a lot of high elo Hulks will actually do is they'll wait until their health has reached almost zero on Hulk, and then they will immediately go and pop the World Breaker Hulk, giving you 1,550 HP. And then obviously if you can get out, you're back to your 800 HP Hulk, which is crazy. Like, if you're a good Hulk player, you can do a lot of work. And if you've ever played against a really good Hulk, especially if your team have a Doctor Strange, you'll know this combo is devastating. Now, I don't want to just say that, oh, only play Hulk if you have a Strange, but if you have a Strange, play Hulk. Trust me, the combo still goes hard. Now, another amazing Vanguard is Magneto. Magneto is honestly just, I think, one of the easiest Vanguards to learn. One is because his left click, honestly, you don't even have to hit the target most of the times. You can literally just spam your left click. Now, obviously, you want to try and make sure you're hitting with your left click. But his left click is really good in a way that you can pretty much pressure the backline so easily. Like, if a Lunar Snow or a Mantis is getting hit with this over and over again, they're going to have to stop healing for a sec to obviously top each other up, giving your team an advantage to obviously kill the tank. And the amount of times I've actually just done this where I'm spamming left click at the backline has helped me so much. Obviously, his right click is super powerful as well for surprising enemies and just finishing them off. As well, his ultimate is so good at just shutting down other ults. If you didn't know, anything around you will basically get sucked into the ult, but you've got to be very careful because it can actually get destroyed. So you want to obviously throw it at obviously these squishies as fast as you can. Magneto definitely needs to be up there in S+ tier because he's just honestly one of the best vanguards, especially as well when paired with Doctor Strange. His left shift will pretty much just suck any projectile into it. You can pretty much delete Groot ults. You can delete so much stuff with his left shift. Now, moving on to Mantis, one of the best strategists in the game, let's be honest. Mantis is played a lot in obviously GM and above. What makes Mantis so strong is obviously she can buff her damage, giving herself damage buff, which pretty much makes her a duelist at the same time being a strategist. Like, her healing is good as well, but her damage output is crazy. But obviously what makes Mantis shine is her ultimate. And if you hear this, you know you can do such a good push as well. It gives your team movement speed, so everyone is just moving super like fast as hell. You can push the backline so quick, and yeah, you're basically just invincible while you're next to Mantis. Now, there is a lot of stuff that can shut a Mantis ult down, obviously like Strange, so you have to be careful, but I definitely recommend picking up Mantis. She's insane. The Invisible Woman. Now, I really didn't think I was going to put the Invisible Woman on this list, but the amount of games I've played against Invisible Women, against like Grandmaster players, obviously, because most Grandmaster players right now have the little icon, so you can tell when you're playing against people in Grandmaster. A lot of Grandmasters are playing this character, and she is really good. Now, a lot of people are saying as well, yes, her left click is a bit underwhelming, but I really think the rest of her kit is truly amazing. But yeah, here's a clip from earlier today of a new Doctor Strange and Sue tech. So basically, obviously, the Doctor Strange puts a portal on one side, and then Sue will basically push the enemy team into the portal. Now, I do recommend you try this in at least one of your games, just see if it works, because I'm definitely going to be trying this. Now, this might not work in a lot of games. People will start to catch on like they did with the portals just being placed in front of the door. But I feel like this will catch a lot of people off guard if you do it correctly. What's really good about Sue as well, which you've probably seen, is obviously her displacement, and she's able to obviously manipulate the enemy team, obviously towards or maybe even away for getting picks and stuff like that. For an example, maybe she can push away a certain tank or even pull a certain tank behind a wall where you can obviously get a quick pick. So obviously she can launch it outwards or launch it inwards. So you can obviously pull towards, and then maybe if you have like a Groot, they could wall behind. She's got really good utility. As well, her ultimate is definitely throwing a lot of people off. One thing I've seen Invisible Woman players doing is placing her ult sort of behind the wall, and it actually goes around the wall like this. This can throw a lot of people off because obviously if nobody sees the Invisible Woman ult and the whole team is there, that you can't see the team. It's freaking so good. All right, next up we have Luna Snow. Now, obviously I don't need to talk a lot about Luna Snow. The only thing they actually changed about Luna Snow was her ultimate. Now, her ultimate doesn't allow you to switch as quick. As you can see, look, you have to switch really slow. It doesn't matter. This character is still broken. Her ult is basically, you're just invincible in the ult. Let's be honest. Being able to quickly toggle back and forth doesn't really change this character that much. Honestly, I haven't really seen that much change. So yeah, Luna Snow is definitely going to stay in S+ tier. Like, she's just a great healer. Adam Warlock. Now, you really don't see that many Adam Warlocks. Like, but in Diamond and above, I see this character so much. The thing that makes Adam Warlock amazing, and the reason I'm putting him in this video, is literally because of his ultimate. The amount of people as well that use his ultimate wrong is crazy. His ultimate can literally turn losing fights into winning fights. The enemy has basically just used all their ultimates, wiped your team, but guess what? Your Adam Warlock is still alive. He's in a safe spot, and obviously he reses your team. Your team then comes back and finishes off the enemy team, which is assuming low health from the previous fight, and then just winning the fight. Obviously, you will come back with lower health, so be careful. But the amount of like team fights that I've turned around where we've had just an insane Adam Warlock is just so good. Like, one of the best strategist combos, I think, if Luna Snow is banned, is Adam Warlock and a Mantis together is an insane combo. As well, Adam Warlock and maybe a Rocket Raccoon, if Mantis and Luna Snow is banned, can be insane for resurrections. So yeah, I did definitely put him in one of my first ever S+ videos, and yeah, I definitely don't take it back. You definitely don't see him a lot though in low elo, like gold and like silver, but in diamond and above, this character shines. It's so good. All right, now onto the DPS characters. This video is becoming very long, so I'm definitely not going to yap too much. But Black Panther. Now, Black Panther is one of the characters I just need to put on this list. If you are a good Black Panther, like, you're just insane. Now, he did receive some nerfs. They definitely reduced his survivability, but guess what? This character is still one of the best. Now, he definitely has a really long time to learn, so you can't just go in and expect to just dominate in your first game as Black Panther. In your first 50 Black Panther games, you're probably going to suck, but as soon as you start reaching 100 games, if you definitely haven't made an improvement and know how to play the character, then yeah. He is a backline, backshot menace, and once again, if you put the time in to learn this character, he is devastating. So I definitely have to put him on the list. Now, you're probably going to hate this one, but yes, Hela, unfortunately, is still S+ tier. She's still a absolute menace, even with her damage nerfs. Guess what? She still does a crap ton of damage anyway. And I want to say the nerfs did something, but they really didn't. She is still deleting tanks, deleting the backline. And yeah, she, even though she received quite a hefty nerf, she's still strong as hell. And obviously she has to go in the S+ tier just for that fact. She's still pretty much getting banned every game. Next up, we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye is definitely staying in S+ tier just because he's still an absolute menace with the nerfs. Put the time in to learn Hawkeye, and guess what? If he's not banned and you can hit your shots, he's absolutely free. So Hawkeye pretty much hasn't moved. Next up, we have the Winter Soldier. Now, the Winter Soldier received a huge buff, which honestly I don't think was needed because he was strong as hell anyway. His utility with his arm grab is nuts. If you go against a good Bucky that knows how to hook and push your tank behind a wall, you are losing. So the buffs basically gave him extra health on most of his attacks that you can hit. And he can actually go above 400 HP at some point. He is extremely tanky, probably one of the most tankiest duelists in the game, apart from obviously Mr. Fantastic. And obviously what makes Bucky just absolutely insane is his ultimate. Let's be honest, this is still by far one of the best team wiping ultimates in the game. If you didn't know how it works, somehow, if this hits you, it'll put a bar if you finish the enemy. Guess what? You can cast it again. It's basically an execute. Also, his gun is still strong as hell. Bucky is one of the best picks you need to be picking if you're playing Duelist. Once again, what makes him insane is obviously a lot of Bucky players will use his hook to pull a tank behind the wall and basically just push the tank away from the healers. It's such an easy way to get picks. The amount of players that I see playing Bucky as well, while I've been doing my climb back to Grandmaster, not doing this is really annoying. And then finishing up, we have Magik. I'm pretty sure one of the top DPS players in the game plays Magik. So she got buffed. Her ultimate actually got buffed in her Dark Child mode. Now, Magik was already insane for just diving the backline. If you have like a Black Panther and a Magik together, you know your strategists, your healers are not going to be breathing. She's definitely one of the best divers. And if you can take the time to learn Magik in the right team comps, trust me, you're going to have a fun time. As well, the team up with Black Panther and Psylocke is just too good not to play. So I definitely recommend trying out Magik for Season 1, just seeing how it goes. Obviously, each game was going to be different. Each game is going to require you to use different characters. But if you can make it work, the buff on her ult is just so good now. All right, that's been the video, guys. A quick honorable mention is going to go to Storm. Now, Storm received some massive buffs. Me, personally, I haven't really seen that many Storms in my games, climbing back to Grandmaster. And if I do, she normally just gets destroyed pretty quick. I have seen people talk a lot of good, though, about Storm, and I've definitely seen a lot of Storms. So I'm not going to place it in this list as of yet, but in like a week or so, I'll probably do a tier list and see how this changes things. But I just want to mention that, yeah, try out Storm, see if you like her, see if it's working for you. And yeah, I'd love to know your guys' opinions currently on Storm. But yeah, I didn't want to just put Storm as S+ in my opinion pick, as I just don't have enough information right now on this character. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, as we are going to be giving away a new Season 1 Battle Pass in this video. Leave a comment and make sure you're subscribed. We'll probably announce the winner over in Discord. So yeah, see you guys in my next video. This has been Willis Gaming, and peace.